Hi guys!
Hello. So Lindsay has asked me to introduce us this time. This is Lindsay Drummond, everyone, who's probably over here. Is that right? Is that where you are, Lindsay?
No, the other way, the other way. Point the
There
other,
you
yeah, that
are.
way, that's
There's
it, yeah, yeah,
Lindsay.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And Ben is over here. Is he over there? Is he? Am I over there?
Ben's over there.
Oh, okay, great. Here I am. And we have managed to make this intro way too long. Thank you, Ben. So, what we're going to be doing today is, well, what we do in general here, for those that are just randomly coming across this in the algorithm, is Lindsay and Ben, we are improvisers in the Australasia area, I in New Zealand, and in Brisbane for Lindsay. And we teach and we do all sorts of things and it's fun. And so this is our rehearsals that we record and we put it up on YouTube just in case it wasn't terrible, and so that people can learn from our awesomeness and our mistakes and all of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. So
100%.
this week is and we practice something that we're trying to work on. So this one is I have a show with the founder of long form improv, that specific area of improv, Michael Gellman, and with Tony Rutledge, who is the head of the Dramatic Improv Festival in Chicago. It's going to be the three of us. I think it's called BGT or something like that. And
Yeah,
that is
original.
that is very original.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's gonna be on Sunday, August 23rd. And so
2026.
we
This could be like
yes,
50 years they're
because
watching this. I don't know, 50 years
you are
time.
watching this after the
Yeah.
apocalypse.
Yeah.
Sorry. Back then, all we did with our time instead of solving climate change was improv. So
That's it.
what we're
That's all we could
doing,
do.
that's it. And men never let women talk. They just rambled on and on and on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
excuse me. So uh, uh, so what we're going to be doing is something that's kind of out of the book called Process, by Michael Gellman, or rather, I should say, Michael Gellman was one of the main authors. A woman wrote
Oh,
she
really? Okay,
so
I wouldn't have
yeah, yeah,
known.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Excuse me, I'm talking. So
Okay. Yeah,
anyway,
sorry.
so
Sorry.
this is a bit, you guys. This is me pretending that I'm not really sexist by be overtly being sexist, but really I am really sexist, and it's like a thing. It's a thing. We're living in a loop. There you go. And she's mocking me, which is fine because I deserve it. Okay, so none of this is part of our act. What we're going to be doing is something out of that book, which is just to have two people come on stage and experience the world, the location that we have, and then when one of us strikes us to say something, and then we do, and we just live and discover in that space and try to be open to our emotions and to the world and to reality. And we're not trying to be funny. We're not trying to do anything, and see if that is enough. They've been trying to do this kind of thing since the mid 70s, 1970s. And you will tell us in 2026 if it ended up being enough.
Nice. Well, I think the intro was good. I'm happy I passed on the responsibility to you. I think you did very well. Very well.
Thank you. Men can do
Uh,
things too.
yes, men can. Sometimes. Yeah. Okay. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it.
Okay. So a location. Normally we get it from our comments, but we weren't asking for a location last time.
Mm.
So we're going to have to just pick one out of thin air. How about this? I will read the back of this doorbell manual, and it'll
Okay.
tell me some kind of location. So be with me for a moment, please.
I feel like you've kind of already done it, like just with doorway.
A doorway.
Like
Okay.
yeah, like a doorway. Like whoever says that, like that's a weird location. That's cool. A
Yeah.
doorway.
Great.
Yeah, yeah,
Doorway.
yeah. Yeah, totally.
Seems great. Okay, let's go. We are in a doorway. I I don't feel like it's right for us.
I feel like I was very specific about what we wanted. And can we be okay with this?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. 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 All right. Really? Wow, I didn't expect you to say that. I just didn't. That was unexpected that you would say
Can
that.
you remember that when we meet with Claire?
That it was unexpected?
Yeah, that we had to make a choice that wasn't quite right for us.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't quite right for me. I don't know if it was right for
Mm.
you. I mean, you said it wasn't right for you,
Not
and
really. Yeah. Yeah.
and then I said it was good enough.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
just
you were
want
surprising me. You surprised me. I,
in a good way. In a good way.
I'm still processing. You know, I think it's a good way. I mean, it's just like you don't. You know, this is the most accepting
I,
that I've ever seen you about things that are kind of outside our control. It's
I'm changing, and I just want you to remember that, and
uh-huh.
it's got to be a good thing. Otherwise, I won't change because I fucking hate this door. I hate it.
Okay.
I hate it.
Okay.
I hate
Okay.
this
So
door. I hate everything in this kitchen. You know that I thought it was going to be a marble countertop,
yeah,
and it's clearly that linoleum shit. You know,
I know. Um.
but
Yeah.
it's
But what's that going to achieve?
sorry.
We're kind of raging about it. Like, what's that going to achieve? Really, I guess is that your point?
Right,
Is that where
right.
what
That's
this?
uh, my point was, can we live with it? I
Mm,
think is what you said, or can we be okay with
yeah.
it?
Can we be okay? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I just everything inside me said no, and so I
Mm,
said yes
yes.
because I
Okay.
because I am trying to change.
Sure. Okay, I can see that. I mean that's I can see that, and I could see that is hard. Like when you see reality, you know. But
Oh, the fact that this is a shithole.
yeah, yeah. And then it's like it's a shithole. But how can we be okay with it?
Well, quickly my head went to a couple things. One is that I'm definitely leaving like a 1-star review. Like definitely. I don't care if it fucks up our account. We'll just,
Mm,
we just have to be honest. Um so that'll make me feel a little bit better. Uh
mm,
knowing that we're supposed to be getting out as, when we're not therapizing and seeing
yeah,
Spanish culture and stuff like that,
yeah.
like we want to see Madrid. Um and so I thought that
But can I
those were
just
two
say?
ways.
Can I just say though? And this probably sounds really bad, but if Madrid is like this, okay, I don't really want to see it.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
totally.
Like that.
Of
That's
course.
like if this is what you're offering us, like, and this is
Is
supposed
all
to
of
be,
Madrid like is
yeah.
all of Madrid just linoleum, that is supposed to look like ancient rock?
Yeah, oversized doorways that are trying to give the impression of some kind of palatial thing. It's just not like, yeah, I
I
don't
mean, I
know.
feel like it's just oversized
Yeah,
because they were too lazy to cut the wood.
I think you could be right about that, actually. I mean, look, that's not carpentry genius going on there. I mean, that's not dowels that are happening. That's like someone's sort of father did this. You know what I mean? And it's like, and this is our first impression. We're coming in here. This is our first impression of Madrid. This is it. Straight from the plane, down here, into this space. And this is our first impression.
I had no idea that you were going to be as tall as you are when I first saw you on Tinder 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I had a completely false impression.
It can be, deceptive. Yeah.
I've never told you that, but I felt robbed for the first, 10 minutes of my, of our date, because, this whole time I wasn't expecting you to be as tall as you are. It's wild.
Yeah. Well, is it a problem, though?
7 years later, am I going to say that it's a problem?
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe it is. Maybe it is. You start a relationship and you're in a good space.
We're getting into therapy. Therapy's not until 2 p.m., right? Can we wait until Claire's here? Okay.
Yeah. I'm tall.
And you wear heels.
Yeah. So?
And I'm 5'5".
So?
We'll wait to talk to Claire about it.
Okay. Anyway, first impressions of Madrid. Huh.
Yes, but we had to get out of Ocean Beach, right?
You know what? I just want you to know that we did that not because Claire said it. Okay? We did it because we wanted to, right? We didn't leave there, come here because Claire said it. Right? We did it because we wanted to do it.
We are not two people that are pushed along by fate. We have agency, and we can make choices. And then we made choices, and just because Claire suggested it, we were probably going to come up with...
We would do it anyway, I feel like. Right?
And Claire doesn't need our money to get some free trip to Madrid. That would be ridiculous. She's here for us. She came for us.
Yeah. But we would have come anyway. I just want that to be we're not overly influenced by her. That's what I'm saying. It's just I just want us to feel like our autonomy in this. That's all.
We have autonomy, I mean,
yeah,
she
100%.
She just, they look like a good place that she recommended at the time, and we chose to take it, and we own this. I mean, not literally own this place. I would never. I mean, unless you want Raul to invest in this, I don't know. But so I feel like we own this. This is our Airbnb.
Decision. It's our decision. We own this decision, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I don't know. It's just because you were going to go off on a tangent about Airbnbs and stuff. I just wanted to, be decisive and just cut that off and just go, this is our decision and this has been our decision. That's all. I just didn't want it to be a preamble, a long
I made the decision. Are you not hearing that I made the decision that we can stay here and that this is... I said yes to this place. Yes. Yeah. Yes, we can stay here. Yes, we can be here.
Yeah. We can be here.
You know what I'm going to decide? I'm going to decide... I'm going to decide to walk right in here right now. I'm gonna walk right in. This is my idea. Right?
Okay.
To walk in.
Yeah, sure. I'll be in right after you.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in. I don't need permit.
Walk in.
I don't even need permission from you.
Walking in. You don't need to preamble. You can just walk in. Yeah, you just walk in.
I have 2 feet. I have 2 feet. I paid for this place, or we paid for it technically, but it was on my credit card. I'm walking in to this place.
Do it.
It's no big deal. Okay, here we go. Oh God! Oh! What the hell?
Oh
my God!
Are you okay?
Are you gonna help me? Do you need permission from me? Are you gonna help me?
I didn't really. I'm glad you went in first because
Has anybody ever stepped in here?
That would have been much lower on my leg, and that would have been really bad, because I'm so tall.
Oh my God!
Okay,
why?
Okay, Jim.
How old is this floor? My foot just went right through.
I know it's not right.
What the hell? It's terrible. What the hell?
Can you pull it out, or is it stuck? What's the story? Like what?
I don't know. Should I pull it? Should I pull it out? I don't know.
No. I don't know if you should. I don't know about that. I may need to look that up.
It's like just get Claire on the phone.
I'm gonna call Claire.
This is Claire's fault.
Yeah,
this is Claire. Is her flight landed yet? I mean,
it's
I don't even know if her flight landed, but she should be paying for. So she's paying for the we're paying for the Wi-Fi on the plane. Then okay.
It's ringing.
So
it's
good.
ringing. It's ringing.
Does she not know that it's you? Is she not picking up? Is she rejecting?
It's gone to voicemail, hon.
What the hell are we supposed to do? Like, this Airbnb, I didn't want to be here.
Claire.
I did not want to be here. Claire.
It's Jim
Claire.
and Greta. It's Jim and Greta. Claire, it's Jim and Greta. Jim his foot has gone through.
My foot isn't falling through. It's just stuck.
It's old wood, and it's
what are we supposed to do?
Termites.
It's right here.
It's like right through. And Claire, I don't know.
It's all the way through.
Should I pull the leg up? Should I pull it out?
We're in a Madrid slum.
We're in a Madrid slum. We really need you to get back to us like ASAP. I can't stress how important this is, Claire. Okay, please. All right, I just cut out.
Like when you get back on the flight, it was too long.
Yeah, the message was too long. I don't know what bit she cut out there.
Should we call it? Or do you think she got the point?
I hope so. Because this is really like, I didn't do first aid. I never did one. Well,
don't. You know what? Don't come in here. Don't come in here.
Really?
Yeah. Don't. I don't want you to.
I got to say, I am scared to go in there now that I've seen what happened because I'm a lot taller. I'm probably a lot weightier. Like if I fall through there, then that's. Oh my God, Jim! I'm so sorry.
I wouldn't want that for you to be harmed. I want everything to be okay for you.
Thank you. That's considering what pain you must be in at the moment. That's really touching that you're thinking of me in this moment.
Can you?
Can I? What?
Tell Claire
that you're thinking of me?
No. Like just no. Like wait for 2 p.m. For that. But just.
Oh, I
said it was okay to be here, and that I and then I it's like I didn't I could have made it all about me, but I didn't. I made sure that you were.
Thank you.
Didn't have your life risked, but.
Yeah, I'll tell her. I mean, I'm not sure. Are we still going to do this session? I mean, this is.
Are you? We paid $4,700 just for today.
I know, but this is like exceptional circumstances. I mean, surely, like, doesn't she have some kind of policy about? I mean, surely you don't. Really? You're gonna soldier on? You're really gonna do this? Like even with your foot? Wow.
This is I'm not going back to Ocean Beach and have everybody wonder if we've
Okay.
solved our marital problems
Hang on,
and
hang on,
say,
hang on,
"Oh,
hang on a
well,
minute. No, 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 no. You just said something about $4,700 being the reason, not me, that you wanted to continue the therapy. I. Oh my God, Jim, is this an act? Are you putting on an act that you're actually thinking about me instead of yourself?
I, this is so ridiculous. This is so
Is this
ridiculous."
is this an act?
I spent $4,700 so that we can work on our relationship and fix
Yes,
this
so
chasm
that when we get
between
back,
us.
like you just said, so that when we get back, they don't say, "Oh, they can't make their marriage work." So this is optics.
So,
Jim, is this optics? Don't try and move.
Kill me
Don't
kill
try
me
and
that
move.
I care
You're gonna
about
make it
our
worse.
friends and our community. I care about both. I care about everything around here. I care so much that I'm not even going to probably have a foot by the time they pull me out here.
Don't be dramatic.
They don't even do
Okay,
they even
yes,
have
you're
paramedics?
bleeding,
Like
but
Claire knows. She just say her name like the way it is. Clara. Clara is her real name. And here she'll be Clara again, and she can speak Spanish to these people, and they can get me an ambulance or maybe a flight out of here. Maybe a solo flight out of here.
Oh, wow. Oh, what will the people at home say though if you turned up solo? You turn up on your own home. What would they say then, Jim? Possibly footless and solo. What are they gonna say, Jim? What are they gonna say about that?
Okay. You're right. So basically, all the things that I have done that are independent, booking this Airbnb, stepping forward into it, and choosing a flight out, have not been rewarded.
Well, look, I mean, I've got nothing to do with that. With your foot going through that's, that's not to do with me.
I'm trying to say is that you identified early on.
Maybe just try sort of sit here.
That we need to make our own decisions. We need to make our own decisions.
Take the pressure off your foot. Sit on this thing.
I'm gonna sit down.
Sit on it.
I'm gonna sit on it. All right, I'm gonna sit on it.
Good.
And that's better. Look how much better that is. I'm sitting down like you told me. It wasn't a decision that I made.
Okay, so sorry, I interrupted you. You said, and so Jacob, what I really mean is...
Jacob at the gym told us to get Claire. That wasn't a decision that I made. Joining the country club was something that Mark told me to do. It wasn't a decision that I made. The only decision that I've ever made on my own, the big one, was you.
Well, that's not actually true, Jim, because you just said you made the decision for the flight for this Airbnb, to come here. That was
the first big decision that I made on my own that I was proud of.
Right.
Was you.
Okay.
And ever since then, decisions that I made have all ended in disaster. And here I am in some slum, in some Airbnb that only costs $1,000 a night. We should have looked for something more.
Okay, Jim, I just noticed that you said, here I am in this Airbnb, not us.
Don't tell Claire that. Can you just
noticed.
Just make sure. Just don't tell Claire. She doesn't need to know that. Okay.
Okay, Jim. I'm just noticing, and it's not just you. It's not just you. It's me too. I'm just noticing that we're kind of wanting Claire's approval. I don't know if that's a good thing, like as in like over and above the approval of each other. I, is that normal? Like, is someone?
I'm just saying that I'm in a position right now that I don't want to make any more of my own decisions. Every one
Okay.
of them has been a disaster. I just want to do what I'm told. That's why my parents gave me the ultimate gift. You know, not everybody gets $55 million when their parents die and put into some trust fund where it's grown at 9.8% every year and is now up to, well, last time I checked, I mean, I don't check every day, but 321.5.
Okay, hang on a minute.
The
You've got
ultimate gift is
money?
that I didn't need to make any
Hang
decisions
on, you've
for the
got
rest of my
money?
life.
You have money? You've never told me you have this money, you have this trust fund, and we're spending on this Airbnb like a one-star Airbnb. What the hell? You've got a trust fund? And we chose a therapist that's like got a 3-star rating on Google, and you've had money all this time. We could have had like the best? Are you kidding me, Jim?
Every
What the
regular
fuck?
person that I know that has built something for themselves and seems to be happy with it has never made their life all about money. So I, with you, started an adventure to make myself independent and to work with what I had right in front of me and not the money. And I'm just saying that 7-year experiment is over.
Okay.
I'm just going to do whatever I'm told and pay as much money as I need for anything. You can have 1.6, sorry, not 1.6, $160 million, whatever half of 321 is. And I'll find a way to get by.
Okay, so you're going to give me your trust fund.
Well, we didn't sign a prenup, so I'm guessing that whatever you decide you want to do is going to include divorcing me, because I'm a nothing. I can't do anything for myself. I'm sitting here with a foot that I'm clearly going to need to get
that's
amputated.
not true. I could have been the first one to walk through the door. Okay, it could have been my foot that went down the thing. I probably wouldn't have been because I probably would have felt like
But
that
it wasn't.
giving. But
It wasn't
still.
because you follow the rules. You just do what you are told to do, and you looked at it as a bad thing.
What,
Let me
walking
ask you a
through the door?
question. Our honeymoon, what was the absolute best moment of our honeymoon?
Well, it's not massive. It was just basically being out on that balcony, just looking out to the stars and just holding each other and having hot chocolate. I mean, that's what I...
And we saw that as the number one recommended thing to do in Aspen. And we followed it directly to the Pinterest, and we saw that AI generated picture that told us.
God.
It wasn't even AI back then. It was someone else's decision to make it. It wasn't even a computer. And we did it. And it worked out.
It worked out, but we've been puppets all this time, Jim. We've done something because of
Have you ever seen an unhappy puppet?
I don't think Judy was too happy with being punched, but that's another story. Okay, Jim.
Who is the happiest person in the world? Who is the happiest person in the world?
Well, I don't know that they're a person, but now that you've put puppets in my mind, I would say Elmo. Well, Elmo's pretty happy,
That's good.
right?
I don't really consider Elmo to be a person, but he's extremely happy. But I was thinking about a human being, and of course, it's Donald Trump.
He's happy.
He's extreme. He gets over $1 billion a year, and he's happy as a clam. And he goes in front of his crowds, and they're dwindling all the time, but they adore him. And what is
You,
it, the number one thing that he has? He's a puppet.
man, I really didn't expect this to happen. Like, I really didn't expect this. This is very unexpected. Okay, that I now have this revelation that our relationship has been like we've been puppets
No,
to
no, this you're not.
to
You're getting everything wrong. We are not. We have not. We have not been puppets. We have been individually doing things. We have been making our own decisions. And I presented myself to you as someone who makes his own decisions. And we went off. And the one time that we were really happy in our relationship is that when we followed the exact instructions
right.
of what to do
Okay,
in
all
Boulder by
right.
going to
Okay.
Pinterest. We have too many
Right.
individual things that we're doing,
Too
and
much
we
choice.
need.
Too much choice. I mean, it's just too much choice. Yeah, okay. We have decision paralysis. So of course, if someone else is going to make that decision, there's less friction. And then there's less friction in our relationship. Right? I can see that. I can see that.
Claire's a genius.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy, honey.
Me too. All we got to do now is just wait until Claire gets here and tells us how to get your foot out of there.
If that's even something that I should do.
Well, if someone else has a better idea, we
Lights out.
possibly would go with that. Okay, very good. Very
That's a good line. Okay.
Oh, man.
This blanket
Oh.
being, I'm so sorry about this unkempt blanket. I didn't want anyone to see that. That's normally my blanket that
It's
I use to
part
throw
of the
over things that are
Airbnb.
unkempt.
It's part of
It's a
the
shitty
Airbnb. What are you
Airbnb.
talking about?
Yeah. Oh, funny.
Oh, classic.
Funny.
All right, cool.
All right, so now is the point. Can you tell our audience what we do now
we
after
talk.
our show?
So we
talk.
always talk about our experience, what stood out to us, what we'd improve, what we liked. Which is, of course, guys, it's a fantastic thing to do. If you're an improviser and you're watching, like, record yourself. Like, it's really important, like, to be able to watch yourself back. Not be too judgmental, but just watch it and just go, oh, okay, that's interesting that I did that, or that I heard an offer or didn't hear an offer or whatever it is. Yeah, I think it's important to have, well, I would call what we do here a creative practice. So we have a creative practice around our improv. And I think that's what, it helps you to have learning, through reflection. So, yeah, speaking of which, what is our reflection?
Okay. Well, first of all, we did improv, which is, and what do I mean by that? Like, we discovered,
Definitely
we
discovered.
and we went in, we didn't feel rushed, and we explored and all that. And so I'm always happy when that happens, because there's always a part of my brain that's sort of like, are you gonna do improv? Like, are you gonna know? Like, are you gonna do it? Or are you gonna chicken out or whatever? So that was good. And you and I have a chemistry when we perform, and it's just a lot of trust that everything will be okay, and that I think comes through for me and the audience. You can tell us if it comes through for you. It just kind of puts me at ease that something's going right, even though we were obviously very short on detail to start. That was almost kind of the goal, is to like not do too much, not do much, and then see where
Discover.
it naturally organic feels true. And another aspect of it too is like we're trying not to rely on crutches by like saying definitely what things are really quickly so that we can more organically feel it out and enjoy that process rather than be scared of it. So I was happy about that. What do you think?
Yes. Yeah, I think there was a good, actually, I think there was a good amount of specificity and vagueness that was going on because, you know, specificity is important, but sometimes so is vagueness to be able to then discover. So I think it was interesting to have a location that was doorway. I found that quite interesting. I liked it. I was surprised that I just went literal. I just went, we're in a fucking doorway. That's yeah, I didn't make it more complicated than that. It was just, we're in a doorway. And then by the way we were both looking at the doorway, it seemed to be, and I love how you put the height thing in there because we were talking about this the other day about, you know, like, okay, I'm just like, full, this is massive. And then you're looking and it's like this. So it's like, it's a massive doorway. And then to what? So then that starts to sort of unfold as it goes along. So it's an interesting sort of metaphor, you know.
Oh, right, yeah, metaphor for like we're going to the doorway of this scene
Yes,
kind of thing.
100%.
And of course, maybe a doorway of their relationship, but
100%.
I wasn't
definitely.
thinking about that.
No,
Definitely not
no.
thinking about that in the moment.
No, not in the moment.
So,
no.
just a couple of things there that for people that are watching this that are improvisers that are curious as to what's going on through our brains. So, part of improv is to discover or decide if you don't want to discover, like how you feel and what matters to you and things like that. And I just yeah, sorry, I'm looking at this belt. I'm looking at the background and I don't like it. Sorry, I was not
Just
expecting
put on
this to be
blur.
camera.
Just put it on blur.
It is on blur, and it still looks bad. It's on blur. Trust me,
guys.
Blur.
Okay,
look.
look.
It gets more focused. It gets more focused when I come closer.
He's at a youth hostel, guys. Okay, so just telling you that. That's where he is.
Right. I'm single.
Yeah.
And, you know,
so
I
if
hear
anyone's
this is where
interested,
people hang out. Neither of these are true. Anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So when we're talking about the,
Well, you said to discover or decide that you feel that way.
Right, and you were talking about specific versus vagueness, and I don't think we were that well. At least what I was saying wasn't. I tried to make sure it wasn't vague, but that it was small, so that it could be interpreted in different ways, so that it could be open here.
Yeah.
And then there's other things that I had in mind that were very specific that I never said aloud, so that when you said something that was very different from it, I had to just switch and accept it as well. And then maybe justify my feelings that I had beforehand if the truth of my truth is the opposite of your truth. Now, in this case, it didn't need to be that. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the doorway. So when you said that the doorway was huge, I was imagining it being very small, like uncomfortably small.
Interesting.
And you're like, it's huge, it's too big. And I was like, why would anyone complain about a doorway being too big? But I was like, okay. And so, so I had to stick with my emotion though about like my emotion at the beginning was like not liking it and not really being comfortable with it. And so it didn't matter that it was small or not.
Yeah.
I touched it so that but I was doing the exercise that Michael Gellman recommend or does in the book. And that is just to kind of like discover and see what's in front of you rather than decide what's in front of you. And my brain doesn't often go there as much as I'd like it to, where I just naturally start to see things. I don't imagine that good. But after a while, you know, I just saw more and more and I see enough to get by.
Yeah.
And then the height thing, I'm like 50-50 on whether or not I should have been specific that you're too tall or too short, but it was kind of like my gift to you to decide because in real life you are very short and
very short.
So like so I didn't want to be like, oh, because that's a big no-no in a lot of improv, like identifying somebody as being real to how they are in real life. Like if someone was like 80 years old and I'm like grandma, they'd be like,
exactly.
I always play the grandma and everyone always IDs me. But I don't always ID you in all our scenes as like very short. So I thought it would be okay to say that you're very short, but it might appear to be like in the back of your head. Yeah,
Yeah.
like so I was like, oh, maybe she just wants to be extremely tall, and so I'll just
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
leave it vague as I can so that you can
Yeah.
decide. And did I end up deciding that you were very tall, or did you?
I thought that's what you were sort of saying, so I went with that. So it kind of felt like
Ooh.
that, and then at one point I explicitly said it, and then you said, oh, I'm only 5'5" and you're wearing heels, which I thought was
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah.
And another
Which I think, by the
great
way, in
specificity thing, the heels and the yeah.
yeah, making it about our relationship and how we would feel
Mm,
about it, you know.
yeah.
And another side of things is I'm struggling lately. I'm noticing kind of a flaw in my improv, in that sometimes I can play characters that are well, all they're always emotional, right? Which I think is good, and they always have high
Mm,
energy, which I think is good.
mm.
Um, but sometimes I think that the high energy and the high emotion brings with it the expense of not having a clear character wants and like who they are and what their perspective is. So I was struggling. I wanted to make sure to find that perspective while we're here, largely
Mm,
organically, right? Like I'm being a little uppity, like things are
mm,
not good enough for me. Like if I don't think a doorway is good enough for me, like it says something about me, right?
mm.
Um, and then I struggled, and I think we both struggled to understand at least what I was saying, which is uh, like I'm going to take a stand. At first, it was I want to be accepted by. I want credit, right? I want credit for being good at therapy. It was like my thing, right? And
Yes, yeah.
then and then it's like, well, what am I trying to be good about in general? And so then I was like, when you said that you were surprised that I said yes
Yeah.
about it being an okay place to stay,
Mm.
I thought like, okay, I'm trying to learn to be less uppity and more accepting. Like
Yes,
that's my
100%.
shtick.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I felt too, yeah.
yeah.
But there
And
was
then
an
I went
extra
for it.
level of my character going, could it be true like he is doing this to change? Like for me, is he really doing this for me?
Mm,
So writing
gotcha.
that kind of line, and then discovering, hang on, it's about optics. It's not really about me, but then maybe it is, but then maybe it is. So I'm in this kind of maybe it is, maybe it isn't thing. And that's the journey of my character for that particular scene is,
Mm.
okay, is he doing this for me or is he doing this for himself? And if he is doing this for himself, is that okay? And what does that mean for me? So
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
that to me was not coming across. Like I didn't know that. Um, that was kind of like an internal thing for you, and we never quite got there. I mean, at the end, of course, you're kind of like,
Mm,
you say like you're just doing this for your friends and things like that. And for me, it was
mm,
like it was kind of out of nowhere. But so now I can see where that was going. Um, it's a bit like what we talked about yesterday. So we taught a class yesterday, or I taught it, and Lindsay facilitated it, basically. And we were talking about if you have an either or that you're dealing with, it's
mm.
easier for the other person to see it if you go all the way one way and then pull
Yeah.
back and then go all the way the other
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
and then go back and
Yeah.
forth like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is what my character was doing, because at first I was like, oh, so you surprised me with your reaction. Oh, wow. And then you're like, okay, justify that. The therapy's working, Claire, so you bring in an external person. So the therapy's working. Oh, cool. And then I'm happy about that. And then as things progress, it's kind of interesting that I'm like, I want you to be. So there's another element to it that I want you to be like a proactive kind of partner. But then when you are, your foot goes through the floor. So there's this kind of interesting other dynamic that's going on as well. And then this really like flip that happened as well. That's like, so here's this guy. He's kind of like, he's pretty not able. He's not able. He's a not able person. He's not proactive, right? But he completely keeps from this person that he has a trust fund. So he has made a
right,
decision
which also came out
there.
to it's like, how does she not know like I already felt like I was acting rich the whole time, and then you're like, you're rich, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I think you can even see me in the video. I'm like,
Yeah.
like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because I didn't take it at all that you were rich. At all. It didn't come across to me.
Oh, wow.
And so when you revealed it, because I had to stay true to how I was feeling about you, like, as the character, it was like, what the fuck? What do you mean you're rich? You've got a trust fund?
Ah, interesting.
So we've had to have this really hard sort of life when you've had a trust fund the whole time. Yeah, I wanted to sort of make it on my own. I didn't want that to be the reason that you're, like, with me. There was a sort of thing in there. There was that little thing there. That kind of got abandoned a little bit because then we came back to therapy and Claire and all that sort of stuff because that was more the game that was going on through the whole thing. But yeah, it certainly didn't. I mean, I guess you were trying to push that in the sense of saying, you know, 4,700 for a session, you know, a rich person would be able to afford that kind of thing. But yeah, that overall, it didn't come across to me because I know people, you know, personally who've put these type things on credit cards and gone into $30,000 debt to try and save relationships. You know what I mean? So to me, that's not enough to kind of go that somebody is like a rich person, you know. It could be a also desperate person.
So the two things, like cultural difference as well. Like one is that $4,700 for me would be a lot of money for anything. Yeah,
me too.
I'm also I don't leave, as most people will know from these videos, I don't really leave the house that much.
Me
so
too.
I'm not aware about how much. Like $4,700 is probably how much a hot dog costs now. Like I don't even know, right? Because we grow some of our own food here, and my partner does most of the shopping. So when the other day, like we went out for bagels, and first of all, it wasn't a fucking bagel because I'm not in the United States. So I get the bagel, and the two of us, bagel with cream cheese and a little bit of salmon, was $43. And I would have thought that it was, in my world, that it would have been 14. So it was literally triple what I thought it would be. And the whole time I'm just like, I can't believe I'm a bagel. And cream. This is wheat and water, maybe an egg.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and Philadelphia cream cheese. I mean, you basically just put that on there.
Ingredient.
Like, yeah, totally.
Cream cheese is.
Was it even? Oh no, hang on. You had salmon on it, so it wasn't a blueberry bagel then.
No, it was a regular bagel.
Regular,
plain.
just regular.
So anyway. There's that cultural difference. Also, I said Ocean Beach, which to me sounds like rich, but like you live in Brisbane where like everything is the fucking
everything's
beach.
A beach.
Yeah, so it's like no big deal for you to like live on the beach.
Yeah. So what?
Anyway, so this is honestly a lesson that like I need to be clearer and more specific on things that really telegraph things more than I think that they're being telegraphed. So
how
would
really good. So how would it have changed it if you were rich? Would it have changed it? Like what would have changed?
Because the idea of us being like rich was just like part of our, in my mind, like our identity of us expecting everybody to do everything for us, and why it's such a disaster. Well, what are these rich people learning? Because the usual lesson that you get from narrative is that rich people, once they see how the poor people live, things get better and their lives get better and they become more grounded. Whereas us, when we're trying to live how the poor people were living, it's a disaster. Like, you know, first of all, the doorways are too large and we can't handle that. Like we step into the floor and it falls apart, you know, and like we don't want to be ordinary and all that. I don't want to say how it would have changed the future of that scene because you never know what's going to be the future of the scene. Otherwise, you would be a writer and not an improviser. But it wasn't too big of a deal. It wasn't a huge deal, no. But it was significant.
It was fine. Yeah, and you're flexible enough as a player to go, wow, that's surprising. Let me go with it.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm not
exactly.
rich. Okay then.
Here's
Yeah.
why here's why I kept
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
away
yeah.
from you for 7 years, you know?
Yeah. Totally, totally. And again, that's the fun of playing with an agile player like Ben is that like you can just throw something in that's just a spanner in the work, and then he'll just pivot
Well,
and just do whatever he needs to do to catch the
I,
spanner.
that's yeah, I appreciate that, but I'll tell you that everybody better be an agile player because if you're not, like, you're just what are you gonna do? Like, okay, I end the scene now, you know? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just gotta go with it. You
yeah,
gotta,
yeah,
and then
totally.
you usually like the mistakes are where you get the bigger discoveries. So we
Mm.
had a bigger, I think a bigger discovery, which is weird, a weird discovery that I would never expect, which I think is the fun of doing improv is having weird discoveries, is that um, the lesson that someone learned is that they should never do things independently and that they should just
Yeah,
let people do things for them, and life is so much better. Um,
yeah, totally, totally. It's like the
yeah,
opposite to my personality.
yeah,
Yeah. Which makes it a joyful discovery because it's like this is so not me. Like I would never say this. Like this is how you know you're being a character because it's like this is
yeah.
bullshit, man. But I but I'm gonna agree with it. Yeah,
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 and then
totally.
as an improviser, just because of what I'm taught all the time, is that you're taught that always make it about the relationship, you know. So and because it makes it easier, and so I made it about you, like the everything. If I just let things go with the flow, things will get better. And so the first big decision I made in my life was to date you, and look what a disaster that's been, right? Like dating you has been such a disaster. Marrying you is a choice that I made. That was a disaster. And taking you here and, doing what Claire said was a disaster. And so just let that be a disaster. And then I felt like it was somewhat confusing for you. And then I was like, all right, I've been so I've had so many things in this scene not be unclear as a result of something I've done, so that I just like dropped it down. I was like, no, here's exactly what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
totally.
I'm just
Totally.
like,
But again, that is true though. When you're in a relationship with someone and you're a human, sometimes you need to explain yourself. So if you think that's not going to happen in improv, then you're doing improv that has nothing to do with real life. That happens all the time in relationships. Somebody thinks that you're saying something and you're not saying that thing, and you have to correct, what it is. So to me, I wouldn't look at that as any kind of misstep or anything like that. I think it's real. I think that's what happens
yeah,
all the time in relationships.
yeah. And I wasn't saying like this is what the scene's about and this is what we're doing and this is how it has to be. I was just saying this is my point of view. Like I'm just making
Yeah.
my point of view very clear, and you can say I think the opposite is true, or I think you're right, or whatever, or
Yeah.
you can just start eating a banana, if they have those in Spain. So that was great. And then
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
somehow and then just following the journey, which is the fun part, is the fact that it came around to Claire again, which I didn't
Yeah.
mind, I don't mind other characters coming up in when we talk, as long as it's like it ends up not being all about them,
Yeah,
like where
100%.
Claire's needed. So it's like
Yeah.
Claire was like our therapist and was a or it could have been a child, but at this point, it was a therapist.
Yeah.
And um I felt like it was fun that it came back to Claire in the end, where it's like Claire is a genius, and we didn't even need Claire to be here. The fact she didn't pick up their phone, the fact that she wasn't here at all, was all part of her
Yeah.
plan, and it all worked
Yeah.
out. And now we're happy,
Totally. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it had gone a 180 from the beginning, where we were unhappy with this door, and just by taking one step in, it was all the therapy that we needed. And maybe Claire would never even show up for the 2 p.m. because we don't need her anymore. We solved all
Yeah,
our problems.
exactly. 100%. Yeah.
And then
So
you had some
we
great final line, and so I said stop,
and ended.
scene. I don't know what it was, but
I can't remember. Yeah, but you said something like how good is Claire kind of thing. Like so you were sort of rounding it out. You could tell that we're getting to the end. And I think it's interesting as well, guys, just to remember that like just because we think that the reality is something that everybody's brain is completely different. Their experiences, where they come from, like we were talking before, the bagel thing, you know, that it's not necessarily going to be the case that we mind meld on everything, you know, and I guess that is where specificity is an important thing, because you can't guarantee you're going to mind meld on something. You know, like for me, a large door frame means somebody's trying too hard. You know, so that's kind of like the metaphor as well. I was sort of going through there as well, like, you know, and it was interesting you brought up Trump, because he is exactly, for me, that metaphor. He's the kind of guy that, like, really poor people think that's what a rich person is. You know what I mean? And he's not. It's just like, yes, he's rich, but he's performatively rich, just like this door is performatively being a massive door frame. You know, so, yeah. So it's really interesting, like, you can't know really that that's what was in my mind, and I can't really know what was in your mind at that time. And that's the magic, I think, of improv, that we can have completely different philosophy around that large door, and somehow we create this kind of rapport and this relationship and this world. It's pretty magical.
That's so funny too. So one thing that I wanted to point out here, two things. One, bringing up Trump, and then what was your favorite moment on our honeymoon thing. So first I'll bring up the Trump thing, because you did. I forgot about that. But
we're just going to forget about Trump.
It's kind of... Yeah, well, it's kind of like a rule now in improv. No. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a rule now, like, to not bring up politics, you know, and stuff like that. It's just so dumb. But, or they're afraid that they're going to, you know, like, oh, someone's going to be traumatized by mentioning him. He's just a, you know, innocent psychopath, you know? And so people can handle it. But I was using him as a metaphor anyway, you know, like bringing him up and just saying, like, he's a puppet, you know? So, like, my little fun way to mock him. Look how happy he is. He's a puppet. You know, I didn't say which countries he's a puppet of, because that might bring up some more controversy that we don't want to get into. So anyway,
it's so interesting though. So I want to use that as an example. So in Ben's mind, it's like, I'm going Trump, I'm going puppet. I didn't get that at all until you said puppet. Then I go, me. He's bringing up Trump. He's bringing up someone who's fake, someone who it pretends to be something that he's not. So
I was
interesting.
saying that he's controlled. I was saying that he's controlled.
Yeah, exactly.
By other people.
Exactly, which is not anywhere in my psyche. So like, I'm thinking of Trump, and I'm just thinking of someone who's a try-hard leader. Like, he's trying hard to be a leader, and he's not. He's just not naturally that person. And so that's my first association. And yours is, he's a puppet. So again, it's kind of like, so somewhere in there, that's probably why it was like, I wasn't kind of getting it, because I was in my world of, okay, this is about somebody who's about optics. And you're like, no, this is about somebody who's a puppet.
Though. Yeah, so that's perfect though. Like, as long as we say that out loud, I mean, you know, well, we don't need to say it out loud, but if we do say it out loud, it is more useful to both of us. Well, I shouldn't say it's going to be a better scene, because maybe the fact that it's not said could make it a better scene. But I'm just saying that for clarity and usefulness to the other player, if it's made clear, if you said something like, I never thought about him, he's just like performative, you know, and isn't that what you are, you know? And then
that's
then
what I probably should have done.
Like
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's something I could have done as well in that, because it's like, I know, like I had the feeling as you're talking about it, I don't think we're on the same page, but I don't really know why. So if that's what I'm feeling, then I should be forthright and go, really? So is this, you talking about Trump and optics? Is that what you're talking about? No, he's a puppet. You think he's a puppet? Yeah, he's a puppet. You know, like in, you know, if you're just unclear. So that was interesting.
Yeah. So you can either say it out loud, or you can start showing it, or you can just say things like, oh yeah, so I think he probably married his wife for optics too. And,
yeah.
He married his wife for optics. He's always going to shitty hotel rooms that he says are shitholes.
Yeah.
You know, and you could just basically like nail me right in that way. We could have fun with it. So and then the other thing I wanted to bring up, it's so funny, all the colors and the weird plastic things I'm bringing to this conversation, is it was actually set up by me asking you that other question. What was your favorite part of our honeymoon? And I already
Yes.
knew that I was going to basically say, like, our favorite part of the honeymoon is when and I was going to make something up and then say, and that was all planned
Yeah, yeah,
by
yeah,
the
yeah.
guy
It
that we
didn't matter what
hired.
my answer was. It didn't matter what I said. You would
Yeah.
have justified it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, so then I set it up. Well, I was going to say, our favorite part of our honeymoon was, I forgot what I was going to say, but I was going to say it and then say, and that was all because it was planned. But then I thought,
Yeah.
well, why? It's more fun just to see if I can justify. This is
Yeah,
just
yeah,
purely
yeah,
a
totally.
game here. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
like whatever she says, I'm going to say it's because it was planned. And so then
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, it was just that, and then you made it hard on me, like that intimate moment where it was just you and me being natural together. And then I was like, oh, perfect.
Yeah.
It's like that was all planned by someone else, you know?
Yeah, yeah, totally, totally. It's so cool because I was like, the audience is thinking, oh, we're gonna have a really intimate moment. No, we're not. It was, it was all planned. Yeah, and that's what I felt like. I felt like overall in that scene, I really didn't know what was gonna happen next, as in like how I was gonna feel or what I was gonna think or whatever it was. It was something like it was ungraspable. Like I was just like something like, oh, okay, that's happened. So yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think there were a few hiccups there that of just not understanding and I think lack of clarity between us that ended up having us not go that far. And I mean that in two ways. One is the physical way. Like I literally only made one step the entire scene. I think you took 0 steps the entire
Yeah,
scene.
yeah, yeah. I was not going in that room.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's okay. You can be like, that's genius, but it was more like, oh, that's just kind of what happened. And then the other aspect is, by the way, it is a nice metaphor for like these people that went so far in all of their psychological travels, and they literally only took one step to get there, physical step. But the other aspect that we didn't go very far is that I like to think of improv as, or any kind of narrative as like you do this and then there's this turn and you go there. Oh, then there's this turn and you go there. And then you get to, and sometimes the more, I think like the more of those you can do in a fulfilling way, the more time you get out of each of your 15-minute scenes. If you only cover one thing or one attitude and one perspective, say for 15 minutes, it can be really taxing and tiring. We're not learning that much. And so with this one, we did, in terms of what these people were capable of, I think we ended up doing between 2/3 to half of what we could have done if we had had more clarity with each other. We could have gone more roads, and those roads could have actually led to deeper, and we could have learned more about them. And and yeah, so moral of the story, I think, is more specificity. Bold moves make things happen. Like it was a bold move for me to physically step into this room, which should not be a bold move in real life to walk 1 foot into a doorway, but it was
So
a big
that
deal for
character
him.
was, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, especially when I wouldn't.
Yes, exactly. And it was a bailout, by the way, move. Like it was an improv move that was a good improv move to like make things worse and things like that from Susan Messing School, right? But it was a bit of a bailout of the let's discover what happens naturally that we were aiming for. So I want to cop to that it was a bailout in that moment. Instead of discovering, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, like a second before it happened, I was like, I'm gonna make sure that he gets injured.
Yeah.
And then I'll discover what that means afterwards. But
Yeah, and again, as my good mum would say, for everything you get, you give something up, right? So, you're giving up that discovery, but at the same time, you get another beat, like a change of beat, like you were saying in the dynamics of the scene, you're getting that beat change, So I think anyone who thinks you can have it all is full of shit. Everything you get, you give something up. So you just got to be okay with that. I think that's part of what you've got to be okay with in improv. That at any given moment, maybe we do the perfect scene once in our entire life. You know what I mean? Like, you've always got to just realize that you're always giving up something and you're always getting something,
That's really fair. That's really fair. for the purposes of the next one, if you can remind me, I would love to do one where I get these urges to make the strong improv move, and I do not do them for the sake of seeing, if we can trust the organic and if enough will come. Yeah, because I've seen lots of things where people don't go for the improv move, and it's all organic, and they're just going with their feelings, and the results is really bad and boring and terrible. And so I like to avoid that, and but then say, okay, instead of avoiding it through a few tricks of like, all right, I know it'd be funny here for him to make a brave move and get punished.
Yeah, just avoid it through mastery.
And be okay with the bad and boring, and that risk, and trust that, all right, other things will open up in more organic ways if I like just go with my emotion, or I just get more specific, or I just discover and trust. And I don't know if that trust is warranted or deserved, which is a synonym, but I am willing to be so brave and figure it out with my good friend Lindsay.
I think that's a good place to end it. Like and subscribe, and sometimes we use your comments as suggestions, so feel free to leave comments in the comments section.
Even if it's a random like location or a relationship or emotion or something like that, because we might need that for the next show.
Yeah, even if it's like get off, like we'll use that because we're improvisers. We'll use it. So
we will.
Anything you throw at us, we're going to use it. That's what we do.
Next one is going to be all about Trump. At least every other word will be Trump.
The whole thing.
So,
yeah. Okay. All right. See you guys.
See you guys.